Hi, my name is Sasha. Welcome to the Muthaship. I've pre-shuffled the cards. Let's see what messages we have today. We have the Hangman reversed, the Seven of Wands reversed, and the Six of Fire. Wow, so I'm getting some messages right away. There's a need to take a look and also a step outside of duality, because the truth is always the truth, but our perception can sometimes be skewed to this thing or that thing one way or another. So there's an immediate need to balance that within ourselves, and also the yin and the yang, the feminine and masculine within ourselves. I'm also seeing a reference to the Six of Swords. This is about moving away from false perceptions and realizing that you aren't tied to these ideologies of the past or even situations of the past. And this might be a new awareness in some regard. There's also a reference to the Three of Pentacles. So this might be more than just balancing out that duality, but also balancing your physicality, your physical world, your physical body, your physical mind. And I'm also seeing a reference to the Ring of Fire. So you might want to look back at the eclipse series that we've been going through and see what the keynotes were for you. And you can also look back to January and even ahead to September to see how these eclipses might play out in your life and how they have been playing out. So that was only one card. Let's move on. There's also a need to go within to change this perspective in a big way. I'm getting that message very strongly for the heart of the matter. And to also really consider what you're passionate about in your spiritual life and your spirituality, how much time you're devoting to that, and really looking at that path and how you are walking that path and how you're being led on that path. Let's take a peek at Divine Feminine. So we have Seven of Pentacles reversed, Six of Swords reversed, the Hermit reversed, Queen of Wands reversed, Ace of Water reversed. But we do have the Ten of Pentacles upright. So this is really being comfortable in your work and your leisure and being comfortable on your throne. You're really beginning to get a sense of who you are, and you're in your flowy, compassionate nature most of the time. And there is a strong desire to have your emotional fulfillment and to be able to give and receive love and also passion and share your bliss and passion. There has been in the past, perhaps, maybe some things that have not come to fruition or not played out as you wanted them to. and you've tried moving away from these things, and most of you, I think, have moved away. Even if there's a sense of loss and regret and even disappointment, you're beginning to like know what the process is about taking a time out. And some of you are doing that, and some of you are not, is what I'm hearing. So if you have the need to take a time out, I'm saying time out, but really like take a time out. Whether you need 2 minutes or 20 minutes or 3 days, that's up to you. But that reflection time is needed in order to see clearly, feel clearly, really suss things out for yourself without any other vantage points or viewpoints being involved in your awareness. So there might also be a need just to be alone as well and to recharge your batteries. Let's take a peek at the Divine Masculine aspect. We have wisdom, we have the Father, we have the Ten of Swords reversed, the King of Pentacles, Three of Swords reversed, and the Queen of Swords reversed. So a lot of putting down the burdens and the disappointments and the heartaches and really letting go of the pain and also of this self-sabotaging nature I'm hearing. Seeing things for what they were, not for what they are, but what they were as this process is unfolding. And really focusing on the material world and not only achieving that sense of gain, but also that sense of like realization and productivity within the self as well, standing in alignment with oneself and understanding that there is a path that you can lead others on, and standing at the gateway of that path, like stepping up into these roles of leadership and really just having that self-control and that self-awareness. Let's get a few more cards. We have the Prince of Pentacles, the Three of Cups reversed, the Five of Wands reversed. So even though there's such a focus on the material, the Divine Masculine is not exactly where he wants to be yet. He feels victorious, and even the gains that he has accomplished, he's not really willing to, like, I don't want to say willing to share, but he's not willing at this point to really give more than he is seeing another willing to give as well. It's not exactly a spiteful attitude, but it's kind of a little bit on the immature side. We also have, again, just coming to terms with things, putting down not only those burdens, but even letting go of people around him who have interfered with his happiness and also interfered with just his desires and his passions for his own life and his own path. Really letting go of a lot of that, a lot of letting go. Let's get a few more cards for the Divine Feminine. We have the Wheel of Fortune reversed, Strength reversed, and the Seven of Swords. So there's a couple messages. One, message that's coming through really strongly that has to do with the heart of the matter is really just stepping out of that illusion and that disillusionment. And that's sometimes that can just be your blind spot. I would suggest if you feel like you're repeating things and you're not getting out of cycles, that you get a reflection from somebody else. Get image reading done, or maybe even some counseling, something like that, just to give you a new and fresh perspective from an outside view. Because sometimes when we're stuck in illusion, we continue to go around that wheel and feel like we're not making progress, when the actual reality is that all of the energies that you need are within you, and the timing is right for it. So don't lie to yourself, don't trick yourself. Really stand in your truth and your power, and claim your own power. If you've given away your power to some other situation, or to fear, or even to misunderstanding, it's time to reclaim that power. I'm going to pull a few guidance cards. So for the feminine aspect, we're getting Ishtar, boundaries. And this has so much to do with self-love and nurturing, and knowing where to put those boundaries to keep yourself healthy on all levels. Not giving too much, not taking too much, not overcompensating, but really taking a look at, where you hold your power. When I say power, I don't mean control. I don't mean control over situations or things or people even. I mean your own core alignment with yourself. Everybody has different strengths and weaknesses, and when we get vulnerable, we look within and we see that our vulnerability is a strength. We see that our weaknesses are the same as our strengths. We just need to balance those things out. For the divine masculine, we have Vesta. She rules the home. So this denotes there could be a change occurring within the living situation, or people, places, and environments. So this can also be a message to make that change, recreate your living space. You can do this through a variety of things. You can actually move. You can move occupants or to new places. You can move energies. I also do feng shui consultations if anyone's interested in shifting the energy of where they live. But really, this is a very positive card, and when the divine masculine is putting down all these burdens and letting go of all of these troubling situations and people, this is a big move, and it's not an easy move, but it's sure to usher in new changes. And we also have Damara, guiding children. So this is a reminder also to have those boundaries, especially if you're working with children, like having those boundaries that maybe you didn't have yourself as a child, and teaching children in that way, making sure that those environments are healthy and productive for children, not repeating the same cycles and patterns of the past. And this could be a theme for many of the divine masculine and feminines, because many times we are really working through our childhood wounding as well. And there might be a need to look deeper within that for a fresh perspective and realize that through your own experience, you can be a positive role model for others, whether they're children or parents or just people or individuals. When we get really into our inner child, wounding and healing, we don't attract the same types of situations anymore.